Hello everyone, it's Kay here, and today is day 3 of the Steampunk Romance paper series. Well, the third day that I'm sharing projects made with that series, I should say, but it is feeling a bit like a series. Anyway, ever onward. I still haven't encroached on this lovely small little book here, and I don't know that I will for this particular little journey, because it is going on and on and on, and I really don't want anyone feeling that I'm a one-trick horse and all I can do is work with this particular paper line, because that's not the case. However, this is what I now have left of the papers. And they are dwindling, I have to say, with some delight. Hold on. Yeah, so that's all I've got left of the papers. These few little bits here, and a lot of little itty-bitty scraps, which I will turn into flowers and embellishments and that kind of thing. I'm determined not to waste any more than I absolutely have to. And then these are what are left of the matching ephemera. So I have 2 pages of the circles with a couple of spares there, and then 2 pages, no, that's the back of the pad, 1 page of the square ephemera with 3, well, the equivalent of 2 pages. Those are bits that I've cut out to tidy things up a bit, to let me see exactly what I've got left. So that is it. This is what I've now got left to play with. So those are the papers, and on the back I have the ephemera. I'm trying to keep it all in order, and it really has taken quite a little bit of a bashing again, which I'm delighted about. So without further ado, I'll bring in the project that I've been working on today. Again, it's quite large, but it is a loaded bag. It's just one of the ordinary paper bags that you buy in the craft shops over here. I think you get 4 for £1, something like that. And I've just endeavoured to make things to fill the bag with, and it's quite a sizable bag. Let's see, 9 inches approximately by 6.5 inches, and then there's a 3-inch gusset to the bag, so you know it really will hold a significant amount of crafted goodies. I have done these before, it's not a new thing at all. I think they're ever popular, and people always like to enter into swaps with them and that kind of thing, because it's a lovely versatile little bag to put some handmade goodies in. So again, I've used the papers. I'll take things out as they come so you can see the bag in all its glory. A little wand. I don't know quite what happened to them, but they did kind of die a death. Not to worry, it's still a very pretty thing. On a pink straw, paper straw, a little bit of seam binding, and then one of Sparkling Char's flowers. And again, do go along and check out the little tutorial that Sparkling Char does. I have not made as many flowers from this technique, or any technique, as I have from this technique rather. It's been an absolute pleasure to do, and all it starts out with is either 10 hearts or 10 circles, depending on what you like. So, you know, thanks again, Sparkling Char, you are such an inspiration. So that is that one, and I will leave a link to Char's channel. I'll put that one over there. Then I went on to make these 4 lovely little clothespins, or pegs as we call them over here, and they're really quite pretty. They've just got a bow at the top, then a rose on the bottom, double side of the papers. They were decorated in another way, and I just stripped that off because I didn't like it very much, but I did like the chunky size of the clothespins, and I just went on then to decorate them with the designer papers and so on. So that was the bottom pocket. Then I made 3 little gift tags, and it's the EffiAnn Designs tag. It's really very, very pretty, and I've just laid it up, put the extra bit of decoration on the top, and then just a little saying there. I've utilised some ribbon, as you can see, and a little bit of jute string just to tie them up and make them look interesting. The backs are plain, albeit a little bit covered with my oh dear, my Yoo-hoo glue by the looks of it, but it's not a bad thing. It's just showing that it's handmade. So that is that one, and then the front of the bag is like so, and I've just utilised the natural base of the bag to form the pocket, then put the designer paper on, then used the punch to line either side of the bag. I then cut down 3 inches into the bag, rolled and curled these corners so they are really quite dimensional, as you can see, and it just gives that extra little touch to the front of the bag. And then I found this little bird that I'd bought some time ago when people were making things out of the moulds, and I just liked the bird and came across it while I was looking for something else, as you do, and decided that that would fit that nicely there to stop that splitting anymore with the advent of things coming in and out of the bag. And then on the back it is absolutely plain, just letting the design papers speak for themselves, and then just to make it pop again, this little border punch, which I think just adds a nice finishing touch. I've left the handles on the bags just to, you know, just because they're there basically, but it felt like the right thing to do when I was putting everything together. So if I put those over there, you can see it's a lovely array of nice little things. And then inside the bag is a stationery set. Now I have done this set before, and I got inspiration for it from EffiAnn cards, and I'll leave a link to Steph's channel underneath the video. She's such a lovely crafter and is obsessed with Disney and Harry Potter and that kind of thing, and a lot of her album work and that kind of thing is reflected in her likes for those particular things. But before she got heavily into all her Disney and Harry Potter, she made this project which I absolutely fell in love with, and I have changed it up a little bit, but really not very much at all. You'll see I've put a little bit of glitter on the front piece of ephemera there, lined it onto the circular die, which I think I got on AliExpress a good while ago, and then when you open it up there is a set of envelopes. Now when Steffi did it, she had 2 sets of envelopes, top and bottom. I've tied it off with seam binding, and this seam binding is actually anchored into the cover of the stationery folder, purely and simply because then once the envelopes are gone, you've got the capacity to fill that space up again and keep your notepad or envelopes where you need it to be. Same with the notepad, it is anchored in on a belly band. Oh dear, I've stuck it. Okay, come on, be good. Oh, here we go. Like that. So once the paper is finished, again, you can reload and keep utilising the project. I fussy cut around the bird, as you can see, and then just did a little bit of layering with the punch to marry up all the other things that have been used within all of these projects. And then I took the time to put a little stamp in the corner of each page just to personalise a little bit. And the same stamp is actually on the envelope here. So it really is a comprehensive little suite of gifts, which I do tend to like to put together. Call me quirky, but I think it's just such a lovely idea to have things matching. And then in the centre here is a little holder for the pen, so you've always got a pen in the packaging, and of course the pen matches, but that's more by coincidence than by design, I have to say. It was just one of those happy little findings again. So there ends my share for today. So that really, I think what I'll do at the end is just do a film of everything that has been made with the one paper pad, and you know, just share it out there so people can see how absolutely versatile this paper line is. I will endeavour to do one more thing tomorrow, depending on how I am feeling, because it is quite hard trying to put things together to, you know, utilise the papers. But hopefully tomorrow will conclude, and then on Sunday it will be the draw for the little embellishment. So thank you so much once again for sticking with me. I hope, as always, that you feel inspired. Again, the papers are readily available. It is the Paper Boutique, and currently my most favourite thing to work with, for obvious reasons. I think it is absolutely gorgeous, and you know, just by virtue of some of the papers being quite small in the patterning, you are able to use them on a lot of different projects. So, you know, I shall leave that with you. Happy crafting, everyone, and I will see you again tomorrow. And there it is, all put back together again. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now.